The evolution of the pistol has advanced more in the last couple decades than ever before. And what we're seeing is police forces are making major changes in their sidearms as the evolution of the pistol advances. And we're seeing some major changes around the U.S. So what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the top 5 police sidearms in the United States. Now, what I will say about this particular list is it's not necessarily what I believe to be the best sidearms for police, because if I was a police officer, I would carry an FK Burno, shooting the 7.5 FK with a red dot on it. But, so I have a lot of other choices that I believe are better than these 5. These are just the 5 that are the most popular sidearms of police forces. Number 1, Smith & Wesson M&P. Major cities carrying this sidearm is Houston, Dallas, and Miami, as well as dozens and dozens of other cities across the country in both 9mm and 40, depending on the police force. Number 2, the SIG P320. Now, what I will say about the SIG P320 is if you do any sort of research on this gun, what you're mostly going to find is lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit of police suing Sig Sauer for what they refer to as spontaneous malfunction or a discharge within the holster. But nonetheless, this is a heavily carried sidearm. Probably more police forces have made the change to the P320 than many other changes that there are. Major cities carrying this would be Chicago and Milwaukee. Number 3, the FN 509. Really just kind of recently what we're seeing is different cities picking up the FN 509. One of the most recently being the biggest law enforcement community of all, Los Angeles, picking up the FN 509. Many others also picking up this firearm, as well as many militaries around the world are starting to adopt the FN 509 as well. Number 4, the Sig Sauer P226. Now, this has always been one of the most carried sidearms for really about the last 30 years. Who continues to carry the P226? Washington, D.C., New York City, Dallas, Miami, many other cities around the country loving on the SIG P226 continually, even though this pistol's been around for quite some time. And finally, number 5, the Glock pistol. Now, I'm not going to say the Glock 17 or the Glock 22 because when it comes to a Glock, in my opinion, really it's the same gun. It's just different sizes and calibers. It's kind of like saying the P329 versus the P320-40. But the most carried Glocks would be the Glock 19 and the Glock 22, being the most popular for police. Police forces around the country carrying them, major ones: New York City, Philadelphia, Houston, Detroit, Washington, D.C., Dallas, Boston, and many, many, many hundreds of other police forces around the country carrying the Glock pistol, which makes it by far the most carried sidearm among police in the United States. So there you go. There's the top 5 list of the most carried sidearms by police in 2021. Love to hear your thoughts on this list. Put in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe.